Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I'm going to share with you what I've been up to this week, and I am going to show you the ridiculous amount of stamping and scrapbooking things that I've purchased this week. And yeah, and then we'll color a little bit too. I'm not exactly sure which page I want to work on yet, but I think it'll be something. It's either going to be, well, I don't know. Well, I'll show you some of the some of the options here in a little bit. But first, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I'm going to share with you the stuff that I got this week. And yeah, and then we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a couple of, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because I know you guys aren't really here for the scrapbooking things, but I've got a few little paper packs. So I have this really cute Santa Claus one. Lots of cute little papers there. Sorry for the glare. And you can see all the stickers and stuff on the back. And then I got this little paper pad, so it's a 6x6 pad, and then this little packet with all of the tags and frames and little fun things to add to that. And then I've got this little paper pack, which I just thought was so beautiful, but I really just bought it for this one paper. For this one, like, look how pretty that is. And I thought that that would make just beautiful cards. I could make really pretty card fronts from that. So that's my plan. I have been just kind of obsessed with cards the last week. So of course I had to go through and do a crazy amount of spending, but I just need to, anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about. So here are some of the dies that I bought. So this one says Merry Christmas. So it'll cut out the word and the outline. So it's pretty cool. I got some little ghosts because they were on sale and I thought they were cute. I got this really fun one with all these different leaves. So I thought that would be fun. And then I got this one, which makes this cute little wreath here. And then you've got all these little things that you can add to it too. But I thought that would be really pretty. And those ones are all the ones that are like name brand ones. These ones were ones that I got from Amazon. So they're not necessarily the greatest, but I'm hoping that they'll work. I have learned my lesson with buying stamps from Amazon, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But so like this one here is going to cut out this really beautiful little scene with like the birch trees in the background, and then of course the nativity scene there. This one will make a bow. This one will make a cute little lantern with all of these little embellishments that you can add to it. Christmas lights there, and another really pretty bow that you can put on the card. So yeah, I just got suckered in to a bunch of stuff recently. Okay, so these ones here are a couple that I did get from Amazon. And these are silicone stamp sets, where most of the ones that you're going to get from name brand companies are photopolymer stamps. And those are really the ones that are more durable, and they're the ones that react best with ink. So if you've ever bought stamps on Amazon and you're like, why is my ink beating up so much? Why can't I get a good impression from this? It's probably because it's silicone and not a photopolymer stamp. So that's just a little tidbit that I thought that I would share. But sometimes they work, and sometimes you can get them to work. And I just thought these little images were so cute. So this one has like 3 different Santas, and then the little frames to cut out the Santa. And then this one has got little gnomes and like truckfuls of presents, which I just thought was super cute. So I'm going to try with those and see how we do. Okay, and then I got a bunch of Lawn Fawn stuff. So I love this brand. This is one of my favorite brands of stamps. They do a lot of cutesy stamps. So like this one here, there's lots of like cute little puns and cute little guys. So like this one, you know, some bunny loves to read, and there's a little bunny there. But yeah, no one stacks up to you with a stack of books. Those are all really cute. And then the little die cuts that go with it. I got this one that'll do the word fall, which I thought was really cute. I got this one that has little hats. So there's a couple, like a winter hat, a Santa hat, and like a Halloween witch's hat, or you could make it like a Thanksgiving hat maybe. I just thought those were cute. And you can add those to all the like the different critters. Like this little hat would sit really cutely on that bunny's head. So like a lot of their little characters, you can use that on. I got this little sentiment because I have several little mice stamps And I thought these would be really cute because it says have a mice Christmas, and then there's lots of cheese things, and I could have like a little piece of cheese in with some of the mice or something. It's cute. I got this one. So this is the snowflakes, and then there's the die set that goes with it, which I just thought was really lovely. This one will be a die cut that cuts out, and like the little dotted lines will be like impressed into the stamp or the shape. So that's really pretty. Another big Merry Christmas for this one. This one will cut out a little fox. So that's what he'll look like. And then I do have something coming where that's like little sweaters and hats and things that you can layer on top of that, which I just thought was adorable. And then this little stocking, again, that you can build and add your little fox inside. Just so cute. This is, oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's a layered stencil with string lights in the background. And then I also got this one with all of these cute little mice celebrating Christmas stuff. Super cute. And then the little die cuts that go with it. So there's that. I got this, which is another layered stencil, which will end up creating this scene here, which I thought would be really cute to go around the outside of a card and then have a little sentiment in the center. And then this one is another one with a bunch of different Christmas sentiments and then the die cuts to cut them out. So yeah, so that is all of the scrapbooking and card making stuff I got. It's a lot. And I'm very excited. And I know that this is not my normal thing, but if you guys ever want to like just like kind of like one of these ones where it's like a color and chat, but it's more like a make a card and chat or something. I really did enjoy making those videos. I did a couple of them and I put them out on Mondays, and it was called Mix It Up Mondays. So if that is something that you would be interested in, let me know in the comments below. I could do a couple of Christmas ones coming up since those Christmas card or Christmas season is coming up. And I don't know. I just thought it would be fun. And I really do. I love making cards, and I would love to share that with you guys here too. So yeah, so those are that's all that stuff. Let's get to some coloring stuff. That's what you're here for. Okay, so I got some paint markers. So I got these metallic dual tip paint markers. So they have like a dot tip on one end and a fine tip on the other by Artistro. So far, I'm not loving them because I'm gonna grab a piece of paper and just kind of show you what I've found so far. I don't love, so I think this is pretty common with a lot of metallic markers, but it's still just really frustrating. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I've had some success. So this is what it looks like. So the dot tip and the fine tip. So the dot tip is really just a dot. And this one is actually working all right. No, okay, it's changing there. So as soon as I get that on, like the color just disappears and just turns into like this weird gray, awful thing. Yeah, and it's doing it on that one too. So it's like once you get these, like it doesn't, see this one kept its color pretty well. So it just kind of depends on which one you get, but I don't know. I don't love those. These, however, have been amazing. So these are Artex metallic brush tip. And I've used the orange one, which was really beautiful. And see, it just keeps its color. Like it doesn't turn that weird silvery color, but it still has a metallic sheen to it. So I don't know what the difference is between like what they put in the paint. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but like these ones stay truer to the colors than this side. So yeah, I would recommend these if you're in the market for some kind of metallic acrylic marker. I think that those ones are great. I don't know that I would recommend the Artistro ones just because you're not going to get consistent color payout. So that's a little frustrating. I also got this giant box. So that fits on the screen there. So this is the Guangna 168 acrylic brush markers. And it does come in this lovely carrying case, so you can test it, or you can swatch all your markers on the top here, and then it has a little flap. I don't know if this stays in, or if you can take that out. I don't know that I want to take that out right now. Anyway, so here's all the markers, all the paint markers. And I have not used them yet. I got them and then they just kind of sat and waited for me. But let me just grab, I feel like these ones are going to be pretty good. They, maybe not as opaque, but like, look at all the colors. Like, I feel like I've got every single color that I could ever want. This would be perfect for those of you who like the color by numbers and want to use paint markers. I feel like this is going to have probably any color that you were wanting. But yeah, that's nice. Those are nice. So I don't know how close, you know, color-wise, how they are to what they show on the marker. That's not a bad color match. It's a little more red than this one is, but yeah, so I got these. So I want to play with these a little bit and hopefully I can do something fun with these. I've seen some neat things done with paint markers lately, so that was really what inspired me to get these and just have a play. Like, I have some paint markers, but I didn't have like a big range, so I thought that this would be a good set to get. So yeah, that's what I got. All right, and then stuff that I did this week. I finished this page. So this is from Josh Lee, from his new coloring book. I can't remember what it's called. I will put the name on screen. But we had a color along this month to help support Josh Lee. I did not get this posted to Instagram because I really slacked on that this month. But yeah, I finished the page. So I do like the way that it ended up turning out. So there's that. I also finished my page from Epic Love that I was working on. And so here is that finished page, which I think that turned out really cool too. I like the messiness of it. I did the whole messy background thing where I just painted whatever and then like went outside of the lines around the bird and the flower and the snake and some of these flowers and stuff up here too. And yeah, and then once I shaded it in with the color, with my color pencils and stuff, it ended up just looking cool. I like it. I think it's a neat page. And then I also just finished my page from A Million Little Monsters. I just posted this one on Instagram, so you might have seen it. But here's this one. And I think it's so cute. I tried to get close to my my spoopy purple color palette, but this purple is like a mix between those. It's not quite this one and it's not quite this one. It's kind of in between, but I do like the way it ended up looking. I really did want my pumpkin to be closer to this color, but I do like the way that it ended up looking. So yeah, really cute. All right, what are we gonna work on today? So options, I can work some more in Nature's Joyful Moments because I have this page with the owls and the bat that I would like to work on some more. This is just going to be like pencil shading here. Or I have this one back here. Nope, where is it? This one here, which I feel like I could color today and tomorrow because it's the Day of the Dead kind of image. I feel like that would be appropriate. I don't quite know what I want to do with it yet though. And I still haven't like pulled colors or anything for it. I think I'm going to hold off on this one. I don't want to start another page right now. I want to try to finish this guy. All right, I'm going to try to use my polychromos because I had used the Albrecht Dürer to do the watercolor background bits. So I feel like maybe that would be a good for like color matching and stuff. Okay, so let me take another sip of my tea and we'll really get started this time. We're going to focus on this owl, I think, and I'm just going to try to do some different things and see what sticks. Okay, so I got a couple colors here. We're just going to start, and I'm going to just try things and see what works. So hi, everybody. I am coming to you on Friday, It is Friday morning. I'm not going to be on here very long because I am unfortunately trying to monitor my emails and my phone because my kiddo is having some issues again. She's missed a bunch of school and seems to be having some stomach issues. I think it might be related to the FND. I've heard other people, had issues with it. And she's trying, she keeps going to school and then has to be picked up because it's hurting too much or, it's just hurting so badly she can't focus. But there's been no other bad signs. She doesn't have a fever. She's not, vomiting or anything like that. So it's just been the pain. So we do have an appointment with a GI doctor next week to hopefully tell us, I don't know. I'm like in a, I both want there to be something that they can fix, and then I don't want anything to be wrong with her. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be the FND because then it's just me going to have to tell her, I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with this pain. That's not what you want for your kiddo. So yeah, it's been a rough week. But yeah, so we are, going to try to figure that out. See how that goes. All right. What do I want to do? I want a few little guys here, but I don't want to be, I'm not really sure. I looked at a picture of an owl to try to help figuring out where I wanted my strokes for the feathers to go, but I also don't really remember what it showed. So we're just gonna go with what I can do currently and see what happens. I'm very tempted to just come in here and use I don't know. I don't really want these little embellished lines on here. So, I could color right over it, but then that line really shows through and I have not taken the time to cover it up. So I'm just going to go with the flow with the little lines here. So we'll just do our best because I don't feel like messing with trying to cover up lines here. Other than that, today is Halloween. So we are, my oldest dressed up for work today. Looked really cute, had on a t-shirt that said pretend I'm a ghost, and then did a makeup on their face and stuff to look ghost-like. And then this evening, my husband's soccer team is playing for the state championships. So he's very excited. So we won't be trick-or-treating, which my youngest was a little bummed about because she did kind of want to go this year, but she's also really excited for her dad. So we're going to go and cheer him on and cheer on their team. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun game, really good. It's going to be a great night for it too. It's not too cold, not raining or anything. So it'll be nice. And yeah, and then after this, he's done with soccer for a little while, and I don't know that he's going to know what to do with himself because that's been all he's been about for the last 6 months. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm very hopeful that they win, and yeah, they're a good team. Yeah, and then I I finished my Kate Daniels series, so if you guys still aren't tired of me talking about that, you've got, like, and you like those kind of books, like, check it out. It's just such a good series. But yeah, so it's done. So now I've been trying to frantically find something else to read. I've had several suggestions, and most of the things that I've seen suggested I've already read, and I'm like, well, thank you for that. That's a great series, but I've already read it. So I am, I think I might have talked about this already, but I started working my way through the Mercy Thompson series. So that is another series that's kind of an urban paranormal kind of series. So I've got that going. I listened to the other day on Audible, I listened to Pride and Prejudice. They just released a new adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, and it's got a full cast, and it was really good. The people playing Darcy and Elizabeth were both just fantastic. And then, you know, all the voice actors were really good. And there's some big names on there too. Glenn Close plays Lady Catherine de Bourgh. And yeah, it was real good. I enjoyed it. And I think just every time I either watch one of those, you know, one of either the Pride and Prejudice miniseries or the Pride and Prejudice movie, or I went and saw a play one time, and then listening to it this time, I just get like just the warm, fuzzy feelings every time after I watch it. It's just a story that just, I don't know, she just like hit the mark on like the yearning and the almost enemies to lovers kind of thing. You know, I feel like that's probably why a lot of romances do that now, you know, because of Jane Austen. But it's so good. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it very much. Okay, I'm not going for like hyper realism on this, but I did want it to have a, you know, at least a semblance of feathery texture. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Is that even the right term there? I don't know. Let's see, what else? I cannot believe that October is over already. It's slightly worrying because that means that Christmas is just around the corner, and I'm not ready for that. Yeah, okay. I don't love that, but I don't hate it. I gotta try to figure out what's going on around the beak here. All right, let's try a little bit of cream in a couple of spots. Let's see, what else? Like I said earlier, I've been really like super kind of obsessed with cards the last week and a half, and I've been on my other Instagram account. So I do, for those of you who don't know, I do have a card making and scrapbooking Instagram account. However, I don't post on there very often. I think the last time I posted was last year. So it's not a, you know, a normally active or a highly active account. But I have been thinking about kind of restarting that a little bit, doing some short form content over there, trying to get some cards, like do like little shorts with cards and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, you know, how there's not, unless you're already like established, there's not a huge audience for scrapbooking and card making, unfortunately. I mean, compared to when scrapbooking was hugely popular, it's like nothing, like nobody does it anymore. But you still see such beautiful work, and I just want to keep, kind of playing around with my supplies. I don't want to not use my supplies. I want to be able to utilize what I have. And so I'm hoping that I can do something with that, but I don't want it to interfere with the, oops, come here. I don't want it to interfere with my coloring too much. But like lately, all I've been doing, I've been on like my card Instagram, like looking at all the cards, and then I've been looking at cards on Pinterest. I pinned like 1 million cards the other day. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to kind of figure out what I want to do. And then I'm going to maybe do some, like I said, some little short form Christmas cards probably, because that's, what's coming up. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to add a little shadow to that. But yeah, I've really just been wanting to do that. So I haven't actually done it. I've just bought supplies and looked at all the things for it. But that really is part of the process too, especially scrapbooking it for me and card making. Like I need to be inspired by either the supplies or the, the season or whatever. And that's really what kind of gets me into the mode to actually scrapbook or make a card. Or, if a friend comes over and says, hey, we're going to make cards. But yeah, and then, like all of my Christmas list now, I've got a couple of coloring things on there, but everything else is card making stuff. I'm just kind of obsessed with it right now. And then the majority of the time I used to, I haven't done it in a while, but scrapbook.com has a cards for kindness program. So you can make cards and you can donate them. And then they make sure they go to like people who, to like nursing homes or hospitals or things like that, where you can, people can just, if they want to give somebody a card, they can just pop over and be like, hey, you're doing great today, or thank you so much for your help, or, happy birthday, whatever, all the different kinds of cards. But I haven't done that recently, so I need to probably get on that. I could probably get another package together because I have quite a few cards kind of hanging out waiting for a home. Because that's really the bad thing about it is I don't mail cards out like I should. I do need to get better about that. I'm not the greatest with the mailing, but I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Does this even look good? I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna work a little bit more on this guy, and then hopefully, fingers crossed that my kiddo can make it through school today. That's really my hope for today. That's the one. I mean, I hope my husband wins this game too, but because that's really all he's been about the past, like I said, 6 months at least. Yeah, so I guess there's those are the two things I hope for today. I hope my kiddo can get through school without too much pain, and I hope that my husband wins his game. So if you guys want to send any, I don't know, good vibes our way. I mean, the game will be over by the time you guys watch this, but my kiddo might still be, struggling a little bit. So I'm sure any good vibes you want to send over would help. All right, so let's see. What else do I want to talk about? I know that I want to really quickly just talk a little bit about, now this isn't, I didn't really want to get into like serious topics, but I am going to talk about it because that's kind of, you know, it's what I do. You know, I just feel like if things are, you know, iffy in our country, that, you know, we need to do what we can to fix it, I guess. I don't know. But all of that to say, since there is going to be an influx of people who have food insecurity, not receiving benefits, any help that you can give to food banks around your community or across the country, please do so. I have donated a little. I donated what I can to my local food banks, and my kiddo and I have plans to do some service hours at one of them as well. So that is kind of how we're trying to help out as best we can. It's sad and scary, and it's kind of ridiculous that in our country we've got this much worry about where someone's food is going to come from. Like, I don't get that. Like, it just shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And anyway, so if you can help. I will link a couple of nationwide charities if you guys want to, you know, support in any way. I'm not affiliated with anything. I'm not getting a kickback for any of this, you know. It's just, I don't know, something I thought that I would try to share, since I do have a few people who watch my videos now. So just try to do my part. What do we think? Do we think we like him? I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it, guys. I just want to like randomly have little darker areas too. Because, you know, like when you see owls, they don't have like a bunch of, they're very mottled. I don't know if that's the right word. Variegated, mottled, whatever you want to say. That's kind of how I see owls when I see them. Okay. I don't like this. I want this to be darker. There, I feel like that fixed it a little. Am I crazy? All right, let's do his eyes. I'm gonna give him some brown eyes too. So yeah, so I did not get as many Halloween pages as I wanted to done for the year, or for this month, but you know, I had a decent time, and I do like the pages that I ended up finishing. That video will be up here shortly. I will try to get that recorded this weekend and get that out to you as soon as I can. But yeah, let me know how your coloring month went. Like if you had a great coloring month, what your favorite page was that you did. I'm always interested to hear that kind of stuff from you guys. Okay, I'm going to try to do the beak really quick, and then I'll at least have this top portion of the owl complete, right? Like that's the good... That's a good plan. We'll try that. These are all, yeah, these are all warm grays. The one things that the two things, I guess, that I'm kind of upset that I didn't get to, I didn't get a mythographic color along done this month, and I did not get a Lulu Mayo, Lulu's House of Wonder page done this month, unfortunately. So I will try my best to get those done next month, but I still have my color along going on over on Instagram. And I think maybe I will be picking a random Lulu's page for next month, because I had originally said that I was going to do the, I'm going to use this brown and see if I can kind of warm that up a little bit more. I had originally said I was going to use do one of the house, the witch house ones. But I think that I'm going to just pick a random one for November. There are a couple of cute ones in there. There might be one that has like leaves and stuff that I could do, but yeah, for now, I think I'm just going to go with some random page. And then maybe if I, announce it that way, then maybe I can actually get one done. Yeah, I knew when I started this project that it was going to be a little wonky. Like I was not going to be able to have one done every month. Like I just knew that already. But I do promise that every page that I do from that book will be recorded and posted here for you guys. So, okay. All right, I don't hate that. I think he looks all right. Okay, so next up, I think I'm going to take my white Posca. White? Maybe not white. All right, I have this Thule Art. It's number 14 from the skin tone set. So let's see if this is... Yeah, I think this will be a good color. I just didn't want to do white because I didn't want it to be like super bright. I still might do white in some other places, but I just didn't want to for this part of the owl. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then do I want to do that on this part too? I think so. I think I want each of these little layers to have a little bit, but I want to not make it straight across. You want to vary where you add in the stuff. All right, and then let's see what happens if I add in some white here and there. So we'll do a little bit of white kind of in the corners, maybe a little bit here. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's not terrible. All right, let me know what you guys think of that. I think it's okay. It's not bad. Okay. Cool. All right, so there's at least the top of the owl head. There's a little closer for you guys, just in case you want to see. Doesn't look great up close, but it looks all right far away. I don't mind that. Add a little bit of a highlight to the beak there. And a little bit more in the eyes. Let's see, how do I want to do that? I want to make sure that that is nice and white. And then we'll just do a little bit of a line there. Okay, so there's my owl head. That's kind of a weird thing to say. But yeah, so there we go. That is it for me today, I think. Thank you guys for hanging out and seeing all the crazy stuff that I bought, and yeah, just hanging out with me. As a reminder, I will have links in the description for you to check out if you are interested in donating to help out those in need. And yeah, that's it for me. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.